My, how time flies. Seems like only yesterday it was 157 degrees here in Death Valley, and my sister and I were struggling with scorpions and snakes and moving trucks. And now here it is, almost Thanksgiving. That's right, we've been living out here at our Death Valley compound for almost 3 full months, and now it's time to feast. My sister drove all the way into Vegas to get special fixins for our very first Thanksgiving in Death Valley, and we'll be cooking up a big old meal tomorrow. Now, because of various issues, this is going to be the first Thanksgiving in 20 years that I haven't spent at my mom's house with the rest of my family. But that's okay, we're all planning to get together for Christmas, and at least I'll be with my sister, which is better than the last Thanksgiving I spent away from the family, which was when I was working at the MGM Grand in Vegas and had to have a turkey dinner at the Pepper Mill. Anyway, I've had a lot going on in my life lately, and I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't all been sunshine and roses. In fact, I've been pretty stressed and irritable and unpleasant to be around lately. So I thought I would take advantage on this eve of the holiday of Thanksgiving to take a walk around the beautiful desert and just be thankful for all the wonderful things I do have in my life. Okay, the first thing I have to be thankful for is my Death Valley compound. Yes, it's been a lot of work, and life certainly isn't easy out here. The Wi-Fi's slow, there's no cell signal, we have to tote in our drinking water, there's no trash pickup, it's almost impossible to find a contractor, blah, blah, blah. But if I stop for a minute and just zoom out, way out to where I'm looking at my life from a distance, what do I see? I see a really cool, funky, bohemian desert palace waiting to be transformed. Sure, it's not going to happen overnight, and sure, I don't have the necessary skills to make it happen myself, but with the help of friends and family, anything is possible. Rome wasn't built in a day, and I have to keep reminding myself of that. Now, speaking of help, you might hear a high-pitched whine. Well, that's my friend Jim down there, cleaning out his van with his shop vac. Jim is the 80-year-old veteran that my sister and I met at a hot spring earlier this summer, who volunteered to come stay with us and help us with various projects around the compound. And he's a super swell guy overall, but what I like about him most is, well, he's not too judgmental. You know, he comes into the house and he sees all my weird mannequins and my undies drying on the clothesline, and he doesn't bat an eyelash. And this past week, Jim was generous enough to help me finally finish drywalling out the interior of the closet in my bedroom. And then he even helped some friends of ours put the cap on this giant wooden mushroom they erected in our Quonset hut. That's right, we have a 20-foot tall mushroom in our very own Quonset hut. I told you I have a lot to be thankful for. The story behind this is we have these really good friends in Vegas who built all these crazy huge art projects. We kind of met through the Burning Man community, and well, if you know anything about Burning Man, you know how the artists up there build these huge wooden art pieces that they end up burning at the end of the week. And I guess it's supposed to be a tribute, like when Jimi Hendrix burned his electric guitar at the Monterey Pop Festival. That was supposed to be like his ultimate sacrifice, destroying something he loved. And well, unfortunately, I think the meaning of all that got kind of lost over the years since, with rock stars bashing and banging and burning their instruments just for the fun of it. And I guess that's kind of the same thing with Burning Man. But anyway, these friends of ours are amazing artists, and they've made some really cool projects over the years. Moreover, they're always ready to lend a helping hand with any project you need help with. And in fact, they've already been out here to our compound a few times offering advice and any help that we might need. So big thanks to Sammy and Samantha for being such cool people and such good friends. And you guys can store your mushroom in our Quonset hut as long as you want. Okay, and speaking of Burning Man, some other friends from Vegas asked us if we wouldn't mind storing their little art car in our Quonset hut as well. This is Sebastian. It's basically just a golf cart with a bunch of crazy stuff welded all over it. And it might not look like much right now, but when you plug in these LED lights, it really comes alive. And we've had a ton of fun driving it around the desert back behind our house. The other night we met this really cool couple that lives in their van that were camping back by the hot spring, and when they saw us coming, they got so excited. Can we take a picture? And we said, yeah, sure. Do you guys want to go for a little ride? And so they hopped on and we went for a little joyride, and man, they had so much fun. This car makes everyone smile. So another thing I'm thankful for is the opportunity to babysit Sebastian. And if the owners are watching, don't worry, I won't drive him too fast. Okay, I'll give you another peek inside the Quonset hut in a future video, but for now, I gotta take that walk around the desert I was talking about. Anyway, in addition to Jim and all my cool Vegas friends, I'm also thankful for my friend Terry. Okay, you might remember me talking about our friend Terry, who happens to be an electrician and who has very generously offered to come stay with us more or less indefinitely to help us out with all our electrical projects. I mean, come to find out, all the wiring in the main house and every single one of the outbuildings is totally jacked, but Terry ain't scared. He's on the case. My sister and I have known Terry for years, and oh gosh, we've gone on all kinds of adventures together. We've camped together, and well, now the three of us are living together in one little 1,000 square foot house with one bathroom, which might be the biggest adventure of them all. Things are pretty tight and quarters are cramped, but I for sure can't forget to let Terry know how thankful I am for him this Thanksgiving. And I'm also thankful for my little cat, Noonie. She survived the move from Vegas to Death Valley remarkably well, and she's actually gotten used to going outside during the day. She kind of cruises around the yard, and then she inevitably ends up going down in her favorite place under the casita, which I should note is pretty much exactly what she used to do in Vegas. In Vegas, I had a piece of plywood leaning against a fence in my backyard, and I don't know, she's just the kind of a cat that likes to hunker down in a little burrow, I guess. And well, that's where she spent all her days in Vegas. And things aren't too different out here. She's a strange one, but she's a real sweetie, and I'm thankful to have her in my life. And then there's my sister. We've been really close friends pretty much our entire lives. I mean, we're only 18 months apart in age, so almost like twins. We're real close, good friends all through our growing up years. We were never those kind of sisters that fought and hated each other. We've always gotten along really well, and in fact, the only time we really didn't get to see each other much was there was about a 10-year period when I moved to Vegas and she was married, and we didn't see each other very often until about 5 years ago. She kind of had a spiritual awakening, and well, she made some major life changes, quit her high-powered marketing job, and well, she kind of set off on this existential journey to find herself or find what she wanted, and it all culminated right here with me in Death Valley. And I owe her a huge debt of gratitude because she's really gone above and beyond through this whole moving process. I mean, I'm over here complaining to my camera, making my YouTube videos, editing, running around shooting stuff, and well, she's the one who's been changing the kitchen faucet, changing the shower head, digging trenches, helping Jim fix stuff, helping Terry fix stuff. Oh, I definitely could not do any of this without my sister. I'm super, super thankful to have her in my life, and I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm actually planning a very special surprise for my sis coming up in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that. But the main thing I'm grateful for this Thanksgiving is this beautiful desert. You know, in the middle of all this moving and cleaning and packing and unpacking, it's easy to lose sight of why on earth I ever thought it would be a good idea to leave my comfortable, easy existence in Vegas to move out here to the middle of this barren, godforsaken wasteland where we can't drink the tap water and the yard is crawling with snakes and scorpions, which, another thing to be thankful for, we haven't seen many of lately. But still, I chose to move here, and looking around me now, I remember why. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's beautiful. It's a minimalist beauty, for sure, that this landscape possesses. Many people would write it off as a barren wasteland. But for me, the barrenness of this landscape makes all the subtle, small touches of beauty all that more remarkable. The beautiful colors of the evening sky, the tiny little flowers on this tumbleweed, all the different colors of the rocks on the ground. This whole valley that I've moved to feels weirdly mystical, and I say that as a profoundly unspiritual person. There's just something wonderfully magic about this whole area. And when I look around and breathe this clear desert air under these clear desert skies, I am thankful. You know, it's easy to lose sight of all the things we do have to be thankful for in our everyday lives in this age of social media when everyone's posting pretty pictures of themselves in pretty places with pretty people, and next thing you know, you feel like, well, your car's not fancy enough and your house isn't nice enough, or you don't have a penis-shaped rocket ship. But if you really just stop and take a look around you like I'm doing right now, well, you just might realize how much you really do have to be thankful for. And that brings me to one final thing I have to be thankful for, and that's you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. I have the most amazing viewers who watch this channel. I mean, I get the kindest, most heartfelt emails and letters from people, and I know it probably sounds like I'm pandering to everybody right now and getting all sappy, but it's really true. Like, some of the letters I get blow me away. I just want everyone watching this video to know how much I appreciate each and every one of you. Every single one of you. You know, I don't have the most subscribers of any YouTube channel, but I don't know, I feel like in my case, it's quality over quantity. What I do have is super high quality, and I am thankful for you. So let's all just take a minute and be thankful together. And let me wish all of you a very sincere, happy Thanksgiving. Except the Canadians, because you guys already had yours back in October.